Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, I'm Penny. I am a master esthetician in Portland, Oregon. Today, I'm so excited, you guys. I'm doing a collaboration with the beautiful Samantha March. If you are not familiar with Samantha, she's pretty amazing. She has a YouTube channel, an Instagram account. She is an author. She has a podcast. She's a lovely human and you will fall in love with her. Now on YouTube, she does all kinds of makeup tutorials. She does Will I Buy It? She's the one that started the Will I Buy It series. I've done some of those on my channel and referenced her because she was the one that came up with that one. And they're really, really informative and great to watch. If you are somebody who loves trend mood, you would love Samantha March. I mean, she is so fantastic. Not to mention, she just has a beautiful personality. Her Instagram is wonderful as well. I'm gonna put that in the description box along with a link to her video because her Instagram account is awesome. If you love this channel, you're gonna love her channel. You will love her and you will love her channel. If you are here from Samantha's channel, I do hope that you will consider subscribing. If you are new here at all, I hope that you will consider subscribing. And I do hope that you will follow me over on Instagram. I'm doing all kinds of fun skincare content over there. It's a little bit more of a casual environment. I can share IGTV and quick skincare tips and all of that kind of stuff. So I do hope that you will check that out. Today's video is going to be a continuation of the series of top 5 brands and the #1 product from each of those brands. Now, this was a little bit baffling for me at first. I wasn't sure which brands to choose. So I put it to my Facebook group and they did not disappoint. They helped me out. We did a poll. Now I'm going to show you the poll, but I want to tell you that they added in Paula's Choice and I haven't used enough Paula's Choice to have a favorite. So I am taking the top 5 other than Paula's Choice and giving you my #1 from each of those brands because there's some good brands and it was tough to pick a #1. So let's get into this. We're going to start with The Ordinary because that was the overwhelming #1. And my #1 product from The Ordinary, this wasn't hard, is their Buffet plus copper peptides. As soon as I saw that they chose The Ordinary, I knew that this was going to be the product. If you look at this ingredient deck, first of all, you have the 1% copper peptide. And I will link my copper peptides video because this was in the lineup. 1% GHK is respectable for sure. So you're getting that really fantastic copper into your skincare, which if you don't know, copper is integral in so many enzymatic functions. It's integral in superoxide dismutase, which is an amazing antioxidant, and many, many other processes. And so it can really, really help with anti-aging. And just overall skin texture, skin health, you know, the firmness of your skin, all of that stuff, copper can help with. But that's not where this one stops. This particular product from The Ordinary has, I mean, too many to count, amazing ingredients in here that are all going to synergistically work to really do some serious anti-aging. So this to me is probably one of the very best products that The Ordinary has ever come out with. And the price point can't be beat. It's under $30. And not only, like I said, are you getting that copper, you're getting all this other amazing stuff. So I'll link that video. So if you want to hear a little more detail about this product, but this was easily my #1. I do want to give you a runner-up. I'm totally cheating right off the bat, but I want to give you a runner-up because this has become a love of mine from The Ordinary, and I don't hear very many people talk about it, but it is their Argireline 10%. Now, if you're not familiar with what Argireline is, it is actually called acetyl hexapeptide 3. So it is a peptide, and it's actually a fragment of something called SNAP25, and that is a substrate of Botox. So you probably heard about Argireline being Botox in a bottle if you've heard of Argireline. What it does is it actually kind of mitigates the response that causes the muscles to contract. So what you can do with Argireline, especially when you aren't getting your Botox, you don't want to get Botox, you can't afford Botox, any of those things, Argireline is a nice, subtle, inexpensive way to get a little bit of a Botox result. A little bit. It's clearly not Botox, but it can give you a little bit of that relaxation of the muscle. It's good, you know, for your 11s crow's feet. You can use it to soften some of those lines around your mouth. It's fantastic for that. 10% is a great percentage. It comes in a very watery base, which I really appreciate because I like to use Argireline in the morning before makeup. I like to have it soften those features as much as it can. And like I said, it's subtle. It's not like it's magic in a bottle, but I want to have it during the day when I am, you know, facing people, when I have makeup on and that kind of stuff. And I find that it soaks right in. Some of the Ordinary's products are a little bit sticky. This one is not. It soaks right in and it's just lovely under makeup. The other way that I like to use this is actually with devices. So this is fantastic with electroporation. So the electroporation device that I have is the Leaf. I am working on that, you guys. I am working on finding a place where you can get that with a discount. But there are other electroporation devices on the market. Electroporation is when you take a device and it puts some current down, and that current actually kind of opens up pores transiently, quickly, and they close right back up, allowing whatever you've put on your skin to slip in a little tiny bit farther than it would if you just put it on topically. Argireline is one of the best things to use with electroporation because that's exactly what we want. We want it to slide in just a little bit farther, and it works. It works with electroporation, and it's temporary, of course. It's not like it's going to, you know, do magic for permanent, but it's a great alternative if you don't want to get Botox or, you know, or if you can't get Botox, any of that kind of stuff. So this is definitely my number 2. One of the things from The Ordinary that I would rebuy over and over for sure. Okay, so that's The Ordinary. That's the first brand. The second one we're going to keep with the Deciem brand, the Deciem umbrella, and we're going to talk about NIOD. Now, NIOD is relatively new to me, I would say in the last 8 months. And there are 2 products, I'm totally cheating here, 2 products that I will always have in my routine for sure. And the number 1, so I'm going to pick a number 1 just to be fair here, is going to be the Superoxide Dismutase. You guys have heard me talk about this so much. I'm sure you're tired of it, but this is one of those products that I actually think is, it's just incredible. It is absolutely incredible. Now, this one is a Superoxide Dismutase Saccharide Mist. Now, what does that mean? Superoxide dismutase is an antioxidant. It is a profound antioxidant. Superoxide in our cells is a bad guy. It is a free radical that does a little bit of destruction, can cause some aging or accelerated aging, that kind of thing. So superoxide dismutase is something that we produce in our body, and it's a crime fighter. It's fighting the bad guys, right? Now, when you add a saccharide to it, you get hydration like nobody's business. So this mist is not only the most amazing antioxidant, but it's also super, super hydrating. The other thing that it does that I find is very unique is it's anti-inflammatory. I do feel like when I use this at night that I wake up and I am definitely less inflamed. I'm less puffy. I can just tell a big difference in my skin, and I'm also more hydrated. So it's amazing. This is an amazing mist. Now it's 8 ounces and it's $50. But I do have a code for Skinstore, which is where I've gotten it in the past, and you get 25% off. So it makes it a little bit more reasonable, and it lasts forever. I've had this same bottle for quite a long time, and I am liberal with it. I mean, I spray it all over my face. I get my décolleté. I go on my arms. I mean, I love this stuff so much. So that's my number 1 from NIOD. My number 2, which is dang close to number 1, is going to be their CAIS. This was also in my copper peptides video. This is their copper amino isolate serum. Now, when you first get this from NIOD, it comes with 2 bottles, and you actually mix them together so you get fresh copper peptides. You get a fresh mixture. And there are a few copper peptide products that I really, really love. This is definitely my number 1. It's amazing, you guys. And I love using this one actually right after I will spray a little bit of this on my skin, and before this dries, I will put this on. And the reason why I do it that way is that this is very, very watery, and I really feel like the slip from the superoxide, I'm almost out of this guy. The slip, so you see that? from the superoxide dismutase mist helps me to move this around and I don't waste product. I have noticed a change in my skin. I've noticed a firmness. That is what you are going to, in my opinion, mostly get from copper peptides. It is for firmness. And because I know that copper feeds so many processes, it is a integral part of my anti-aging routine. Like, I would be bummed if I could not use copper peptides anymore in my anti-aging routine, even though they're a pain in the rear because you have to kind of pay attention to what you're using them with, primarily vitamin C in the form of L-ascorbic acid. I don't care. I'll arrange my skincare routine to make sure that I get my copper in. So this is a barely number 2, almost a number 1. It's fantastic. Okay, so let's move on to Cerave. This one was also really easy, and it is their hydrating sunscreen. This came out maybe 5 months ago. This is an SPF 30. It is all mineral, and it is titanium dioxide 5.5, and it's zinc oxide 10. Now, it's tinted, and they do have another version that's not tinted. I didn't like that one. This one's tinted, and I would say that it is good for if you've got a medium skin tone like me or lighter. I think that you could probably get away with it if you're a little bit darker than that, but it's definitely not dark. Now, it's also not white. There's no white cast whatsoever. It is neutral. You could easily wear this as a beautiful foundation. It leaves behind the most hydrated but not greasy, light coverage and evened out skin. It gives a radiance and a glow, and it just, I mean, look at the sunspots over here, and then look at over here. It's really, really incredible. Now, it does dry down a little bit more than that and becomes radiant, but not crazy greasy or anything. It does dry down. I find that it gives really great sun protection. I also love the fact that it has ceramides, which help with your barrier function, and it has niacinamide, which also helps with your barrier function. It's vitamin B3, and it's great for pores and for pigment inhibiting, which is awesome in a sun care product. It's also like maybe $15, and you get 1.7 ounces. To me, this is easily the best product that Cerave's ever come out with. And I know that some people absolutely love the cleansers and, you know, whatnot. And I have loved some things from Cerave over the years. Easy. This was an easy number 1. I think there are a lot of you out there that this could just become your foundation. It actually reminds me a ton of the Tarte Foundsealer foundation. It totally reminds me of that. And that foundation, I think, is an SPF of 20, and it has a bunch of other stuff in it, obviously, besides, you know, sun care, but it has that same luminosity. I mean, it is that much of an almost foundation. I mean, geez, my hands are in terrible shape. I need some, you know, hand cream. I wash them so much, but look at just how much prettier that looks. I just think it's lovely. I'm doing a sunscreen roundup video. It'll be out tomorrow. So this will obviously be in the lineup. So if you want to catch that, and I've tested, I don't even know how many sunscreens, you guys. I'm excited to share all of them with you, but this is on the list and it's amazing. So that is Cerave. Okay, so next we're going to do the Cos de Baha. Now, Cos de Baha is a Korean brand, and I first fell in love with them because of their high molecular weight hyaluronic acid. That should probably be my number 1, but it was so boring that I'm like, I'm not doing that one. That is my choice for microneedling, especially at home, because it's anti-inflammatory and it's the perfect slip. Our body recognizes it. You have less of a likelihood of, you know, granulomas and that kind of stuff. So it's a staple. It is absolutely a staple in my skincare arsenal, but I don't want to call it a favorite because it's so just boring. So the one that I chose is the one that I do not think is boring and that I think is amazing, and that is their peptide serum. This is amazing. This one actually has Matrixyl 3000, which is actually 2 proteins that are just incredible collagen and elastin boosters. And then it also has Argireline, which we already talked about, that's going to help to kind of just soften and, you know, really give an anti-aging appearance to your skin. So the deal with this one is it's super hydrating, but it's very tolerable under makeup. It is not sticky, and I think it actually makes your makeup or your skin for the day just look better than it does. It just improves the appearance immediately. And I'm not really sure if that is the Argireline going into effect or if it's just because it gives you some really great lightweight hydration, but it is not sticky, like I said. It is a serum, and it melds right in. And when you start to rub it in, it gets very watery and it literally soaks in. I do have to let this one dry down, you know, maybe for a minute before I go on with other skincare, just to ensure that I don't get pilling. I try not to use too much of this. I try to keep the quantity that I use kind of low, and I try to give it enough time to really soak in. And then that way you can layer up a bunch of stuff. But it just is a fantastic hydrator that has these amazing skincare properties of the Matrixyl 3000 and the Argireline. I think it's like $12, maybe $13 on the Cos de Baha site. Cos de Baha does sell on Amazon. Like, that's an authorized seller for them. So I often link that because it's easier for a lot of you guys to get your hands on, but just know that they actually are authorized. They sell through Amazon, and this is an amazing product. Cos de Baha has honestly nothing in their entire line that I hate. There's nothing. It is such a fantastic line. They've done such a good job. They leave out the fragrance. They leave out the essential oils. They only put the good stuff in their products. A lot of them are limited ingredients, like their hyaluronic acid. I think it's like 3 ingredients. I mean, they just really take it down, and it's quality. The packaging is cute and nice, and I just love it. But this one is special. I think that this one is just worth so much more than they even charge for it. And I love it. It's a good one. I think this is my second bottle of that one. It's a very good one. Now, the last brand is going to be La Roche-Posay. And this was hard because I love so many things from this brand. I do wish for some of their products that they would leave out fragrance a little bit more, or, you know, some of that kind of stuff. But it was a toss-up, and I chose the Anthelios AOX. This is their serum SPF. Now, this is a chemical sunscreen, so unlike the Cerave, this is actually a chemical sunscreen, and all that means is that they're really organic and inorganic, but we're gonna go with chemical because that's what we all usually say. It means that it has a number of chemical filters like avobenzone, which is the one that's going to filter your UVA, and then it has a number of other chemical filters that all work together to block the burning rays and the aging rays. This one also has antioxidants in it, and it is an amazing serum consistency. It comes in a pump. It is an SPF of 50. It's a 50. Now it looks like this. So I know it looks like a lotion, but let me tell you, it feels like a serum. It totally feels like a serum. And do you see how it's just disappearing? I mean, it's giving this radiance, but there's no white craziness going on, right? Now on the face, I'm gonna tell you, with any chemical sunscreens now, I have to be really careful not to get too close to my eyes. Any of them, if I get them too close to my eyes, I wind up with unhappy eyes that are stingy and weepy and all of that stuff. This one's no exception. So if you are somebody who's super sensitive to chemical sun filters, this would not be for you. But if you're not, it's lovely. It plays so well under makeup. If you are normal or normal to dry, this is a fantastic addition to your skincare routine because it provides all of these skincare benefits. Plus it's a serum, so the texture is really, really nice. It gives a little bit of hydration, and then it has all of this luminosity. It's beautiful. It is a really, really beautiful product. I love their packaging. It's in this glass bottle, and it has a pump. It's a good one. This is a really, really good product. And like I said, there's a lot of good ones. This was probably the hardest of all of these because I really like La Roche-Posay. I think that the price point is mid-range. It's not in the States anyway. It's not like drugstore, even though you can find it sometimes in the drugstore. It's definitely high-end drugstore, but it's really good products. You get really good ingredients, you get good skincare benefits, and then you get that fantastic sun protection. So this is my number one. That probably would fluctuate depending on the time of year, but I love this one. I look forward to using it under my makeup. It's good. It's very good. So that's my number one from La Roche-Posay. Okay guys, those are the 5 brands. Those are my top picks. Sorry, I cheated just a little bit. I hope that you guys are having a wonderful day. I do hope that you will consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell. I definitely hope that you will go check out Samantha's video. Please tell her I said hello. Give her some love from us. Let her know that we're going to be there for her too, because she's awesome. You're going to love her. You are absolutely going to love her. And if you are here from Sam's channel, I hope that you will stick around. It's a fun group here. Okay, I will talk to you guys again very soon in my next skincare video. Take care.